What the hell are you doing there? Who are you looking for? For Jean? Get out of here! Stay away from a fiancé, you slut!
This jury's crazy tonight. Completely crazy.
So, you're back now?
I went to the station with the Count. I came back in past the bar and went in dancing. And what do I see? The young mistress leading the dance with the gamekeeper. And when she noticed I was there, she rushes straight up to me and asks me to dance the ladies' waltz with her. The way she danced. My God, I've never seen the like. She's crazy.
That she always has been. But never like the last 14 days since the engagement broke.
Yeah, what was it happened then? It was a decent young man, even though he wasn't rich. Have such as... It's weird though, isn't it? That the young mistress prefers to stay home with the servants rather than go with her father to visit family.
Well, she's probably a bit embarrassed after that hullabaloo with her fiancé.
Yeah, probably. He could hold his own anyway. Hey, Christine, you know how it happened? I saw it, even though I pretended not to.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. They were in the stable yard one evening, and the mistress was training him, as she put it. You know how it went? Well, she had him jumping over the whip like you teach your dog to jump. He jumped twice, she clipped it each time, and the third time he snatched the whip out of her hands, broke into 1,000 pieces, and then poof, it disappeared.
Is that what happened? No, you don't say.
Yeah, that was that. So, have you got something good for me?
Oh, just a bit of kidney that I cut off the joint.
Smells good. Mon grand Elise. Yeah, you could have won the plate, though.
You're fussier than the Count himself once you get going.
Hey, don't pull my hair. You know how sensitive I am.
There. It's only love, you know that?
Oh, beer on Midsummer Eve? No, thank you very much. Got something better myself. Sorry. Yellow seal, see it? Just give me a proper glass, a stem glass, when you want to drink it neat.
God bless whoever gets you for a husband. Such a fusspot.
Yeah, you talk, but you'd be quite happy to have a refined chap like me. I don't think it does you any harm when they call me your fiancé. It's so good. Just a little bit too chilled. You know, we bought this in the Joan for 4 francs a litre. Without the bottle, but with a duty on top of that. So what are you boiling there? That's got such an infernal smell.
Oh, some just shit Miss Julie wanted.
You should express yourself more charmingly, Christine. So anyway, why should you stand there working on holiday? Oh, the mistress is very arrogant in some matters, but has too little pride in others. Just like the Countess when she was alive. She was most at home in the kitchen or in the barn, but never traveled drawn with just one horse. Always had dirty cuffs, or one of the Count's crest on all the buttons. And now the young mistress doesn't take care of herself or her person. You could almost say she's not quite refined. The way she was dancing just now in the barn. My God. She'd drag the gamekeeper away from Anna and ask him to dance with her. We would never do that, would we? That's what happens when gentry make themselves common. They just become common. She's magnificent, though. She's splendid. What shoulders, and etc.
I wouldn't overdo it. I've heard what Clara says, who dresses her.
Yeah, Clara. You're so jealous of each other, aren't you? But I've been out riding with her. And the way she dances, man.
Jean, listen. Do you want to dance with me when I'm finished here?
Yeah, of course I want to.
Promise me.
Promise. When I say I'll do something, I'll do it. Meanwhile, thank you very much for the meal. That was very nice.
Carry on. Don't wait for me. I'll be back soon. Well, is it ready?
Do the ladies have secrets?
Nosy.
What a lovely scent from that violet.
Chicky. Do you know about perfumes too? There now. No peeping. Go away.
Is it a magic potion for Midsummer Eve the ladies are making? Something to help you tell your fortune by the stars and reveal future husbands?
You need strong eyes if you want to see that. Pour into a bottle, cook it properly. Come and dance a reel with me, Jean.
Well, I don't want to be impolite to anyone, but I actually promised Kristen this dance.
She can have another one, can't you, Christine? Won't you lend Jean to me? Well, it's not up to me. If the mistress condescends, it's not for him to refuse. Go along now. Be grateful for the honor. Come on. Don't worry, Christine. I won't take your fiancé away from you. Don't worry, Christine. I won't take your fiancé away from me.
She really is crazy. What a way to dance in front of all the people smirking at her from behind the doorposts. What do you think, Christine?
It's that time of the month. This is all a bit strange. Do you want to come and dance with me now?
Ah, you're not cross now, are you down, are you?
No, not for such a small thing. I know my place, you know that.
You're such a reasonable little girl. You're a good wife.
Your charming partner. Running off from your lady.
Well, I've hurried back to fetch the one I abandoned. As you can see.
You dance like no one else, you know? But why are you leaving on holiday? Take it off at once.
Well, I must ask your ladyship to absent herself a moment then, since my coat is hanging here.
You're not shy in front of me, are you? Just to change your jacket. Go into your room then, and come back. Or I'll stay, and I'll turn my back.
Well, with your permission then, Miss Julie.
Listen, Christine. He's John, your fiancé, since he's so familiar with you. Fiancé? Well, if you like, we call it that. Call it that? Well, the mistress has had a fiancé herself, and... Yes, we were probably engaged. But nothing came of it anyway. Très gentil, Monsieur Jean, très gentil.
Vous voulez plaisanter, madame?
Et vous voulez parler français? Where have you learned that?
Well, in Switzerland. While I was a wine waiter in one of the biggest hotels in Lucerne.
Oh, you look like a gentleman in that fur coat. Charmant.
You're just flattering me.
Flattering you?
Well, my natural modesty forbids me to believe that you're being completely truthful to someone like me. Therefore, I allow myself to presume that you're exaggerating, or as you could put it, flattering.
Where did you learn to put words together like that? You must have visited a theatre a lot.
Well, yes, I've been to many places. I have.
But you were born here.
Yes, my father was a farmhand at the persecutor's place just nearby. I used to see you quite often as a child, even though you wouldn't have noticed me.
No, not at all.
Yes. I remember one time... I couldn't tell about that now.
Oh, please do tell. Come on, just for these ones.
No, I couldn't really. Well, another time, perhaps.
Another time is a cheat. Is it really so dangerous to tell it now?
Well, it's not dangerous. But I'd rather not to.
Why don't you sit down?
Well, I can't allow myself to do so in your presence.
But if I order you to?
Then I will obey.
Sit down then. No, wait. Can you get me something to drink first?
Well, I don't know what we've left in the icebox, but I think there's only beer.
Don't say only. I've got simple taste. I prefer it to wine.
I'm at your service.
Thank you. Don't you want something to drink yourself?
I'm not a great lover of beer, but if the mistress orders me...
Order? I think that as a polite partner, you can keep your lady company.
You're quite right.
Drink to me now. I think the poor lad is shy.
To my countess.
Bravo. Now you must kiss my shoe, and everything will be quite perfect. Excellent. You should have been an actor.
We must stop this, Miss Julie. Someone might come in and see us.
And what would that matter?
They will talk, quite simply. If you only knew how their tongues were wagging up there just now.
Oh, what did they say? Tell me. Sit down now.
Well, I don't want to offend you, Miss Julie, but they used expressions which cast suspicions, which you may even imagine yourself. You're no child. When people see a lady drinking alone with a man, and let alone a servant, at night, well, then...
Then? What? Besides, we're not alone. Christine, are you asleep? Christine!
Don't disturb someone who's asleep. Someone who's been standing by the stove all day gets tired by nightfall. Then the sleep is to be respected.
Oh, that's very thoughtful. It does you credit. Thank you. Now come and pick up some lilacs for me.
With you, miss?
With me?
No, that's not on. Absolutely not.
I can't imagine what you're thinking. Is it possible you're imagining something?
Me? No. But people.
What? That I'm bird-lived with a servant?
I'm not a conceited man, Miss Julie, but I've seen examples of it. And to these people, nothing is sacred.
Oh, I do believe he's an aristocrat.
Yes, I am.
Then I step down.
Don't step down, Miss Julie. Listen to my advice. No one would believe that you voluntarily descended. People will always think that you fell.
I have an high opinion of people than you do. Come and see, come.
You know, you're strange.
Perhaps. But so are you. Besides, everything is strange. Life. People. Everything is a mess. A mess that drifts into the water. Until it sinks. Come on, just get into the gardens.
We shall sleep under 9 wild midsummer flowers under our pillows then, Miss Julie. And our dreams will come true.
Let me see what you got in your eye.
No, it's nothing, just a piece of dust. It will pass.
Sit down. Let me help you. Will you sit still? Quite still. Do as I say now. Oh, I do believe he's shaking. That big, strong man with such arms.
Miss Julie, fais attention. Je ne suis qu'un homme.
Oh, will you sit still? There, it's gone. Kiss my hand and thank me.
Miss Julie, Christine's gone to bed. Will you listen to me?
Kiss my hand
Please
first.
listen to me.
Kiss my hand first.
All right. You will only have yourself to blame.
For what?
For what? What are you, a child of 25? Don't you know it's dangerous to play with fire?
Not for me, I'm insured.
No, you're not. And if you are, there's inflammable equipment in the neighborhood.
You mean you?
Yeah. Not because it's me. Because I'm a young man.
Oh, with a handsome appearance. What an incredible conceit. A Don Juan, perhaps? Or Joseph. I think upon my soul you think you are Joseph.
You think so?
I'm afraid so. Stop it!
Is that serious or a joke?
Serious.
Then he was also serious just now. You play far too seriously, Miss Julie, and that's what is dangerous. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm tired of the game. I will return to my work. The Count wants his boots in good time, and it's way past midnight.
Put away those boots.
No, because that's my job, which I must do. And that doesn't include to be your playmate. And never will do, since I consider myself too good for that.
You're proud.
In certain respects, not in others.
Have you ever been in love?
But we don't use that word. But yes, I've been keen on many girls. And once I've been ill for not being able to get the one I wanted. Ill, you see.
Who was she? Who was she?
You can't force me to say it.
But if I ask you, as an equal asks a friend, who was she?
It was you.
How priceless.
Yes, if you like. It was ridiculous. That's the story I didn't want to tell you before. But now I will. Do you know what the world looks like from down here? No, you don't. Because you're like hawks and falcons. Those one hardly ever sees the backs of. Because they're always soaring about up there somewhere. Well, I lived in a laborer's cottage with 7 brothers and sisters and a pig. Out in the stony meadow, where not even a tree would grow. And from my windows, I could see the walls of the Count's estate, with apple trees rising above it. It was the Garden of Eden, with many evil angels stood there with flaming swords, guarding it. But nonetheless, with that, had I and other boys made our way to the Tree of Life. Now you despise me.
Oh, boys steal apples.
Yeah, you say that now. You despise me anyway. So be it. So once I came into the gardens with my mothers to weed the onion patch, and beside the vegetable plot, to the Turkish pavilion in the shade of jasmine overgrown with honeysuckle. And there I saw a pink dress and a pair of white stockings. It was you. I lay her down under the pile of weeds. I wonder if you can imagine the thistles that pricked me and damp earth that stunk. I watched you as you walked along the roses. Then I thought, well, if it's true that a thief can enter heaven and be with the angels, then it is strange that a farm labourer's child here on God's earth can come into the grounds of the manor and play with the countess' daughter.
Do you think all poor children have the same thoughts as you did then?
Do all poor, Miss Julie? Of course they do. Of course.
Then it must be an immense sorrow to be poor.
Ah, Miss Julie. A dog can sit on the counter's sofa. A horse can have its nose struck by the mistress' hand. But a labourer, oh yes, maybe one or two get the mettle to hoist themselves up in the world. But how often is that? I ran into the mill stream with my clothes on, being dragged out and bitten. But the following Sunday, when my father and everyone else went off to visit grandma's, I faked it so that I could stay home. So I washed myself in hot water and soap. I put on the best clothes, and I walked to church so that I could be able to see you. And I saw you. I walked back home and resolved to die. But I wanted a beautiful death, a pleasant one, without pain. Then I remembered that it was very dangerous to lie under an elder bush. And we had a big one, and it was just in bloom. So I went there. I stripped it off everything it had. Bedded it down in the oats bin. Have you ever noticed how soft oats are? They're smooth to touch with a hand, as human skin. Well, anyway, I went there. I closed the lid, shut my eyes, and fell asleep. And I woke later on, really very ill. But I didn't die, as you can see.
You tell the story charmingly, you know. You must have been to school.
A little. But I read many novels and gone to the theatre a lot. But above all, I've listened to the gentry speak. And it's from them that I've learned most.
Do you stand listening to what we are saying?
Of course we do. And I've heard a lot too. You know, sitting on a coachman's box, rowing the boat. Once I've heard you, Miss Julie, and your friend.
Oh, what did you hear?
Well, that wouldn't be nice to say. But I remember I was a little surprised. I couldn't understand where you learned all the words. But perhaps there isn't such a big difference as one thinks between people and people.
For shame we don't behave like you do when we are engaged.
Are you sure, Miss Julie? You don't have to pretend innocence to me.
He was a wretch, the one I gave my love to.
Yeah, you always say that. afterwards.
Always?
I think so, always, since I've had that expression several times on similar occasions.
What occasions?
Like the one in question, for instance. I remember once...
Quiet! I don't want to hear that.
And neither did she. It's remarkable, isn't it? Now, Miss Judy, if you will excuse me, I'm very tired. And I want to go to bed.
Going to bed? Midsummer's Eve?
Oh, yes, you know. Dancing with the rubble upstairs doesn't really amuse me.
Get the key to the boathouse and row me out into the lake. I want to see the sunrise.
And do you think it's wise?
It sounds as though you're worried for your reputation.
Why not? I've no desire to be made a fool of. No desire to be dismissed without references when I want to establish myself. But I think I have certain duty towards Christine.
I see. So it's Christine.
Yes. But it's also you. Follow my advice. Go to bed.
Am I to obey you now?
For once. For your own sake. It's getting late. And sleepiness makes you drunk. And hot-headed. Listen, if I'm not mistaken, they're coming looking for you. And if they find us here, you're lost.
I know these people and I love them. Just as they're fond of me. Let them come in and you will see.
They don't love you, Miss Julie. They take your food, but they speed after that. Believe me, the robbers are always cowardly. And in the battle with them, we can only run away.
Run away? Where? We can get out and we can go into Christine's.
Into my room, then. Emergencies have no rules. You can trust me. I'm your true, loyal, respectful friend.
Suppose it for you there.
I'll pull the door. And if they try to break in, I'll shoot them.
You promise me?
I swear. You've seen, and you've heard. Do you think it's possible to stay here?
No, I don't think it is. But what shall we do then?
Go away. Trouble, far away from here.
Go away? Where?
To Switzerland. To the Italian lakes. You've never been there, have you?
No, is it beautiful there?
Oh, one endless summer. Oranges, laurel trees.
And what shall we do there?
Well, I will set up an hotel. Top-class customers.
An hotel?
Yeah, it's a great life, believe me. Endless new faces, new languages, not a minute spare time for warrior nerves. The work find itself. Not a minute spare time. The bell ringing night and day, the train whistling, the omnibus coming and going. As the golden coin just rolls into the till. What a life.
Yes, that's the way to live, and me?
You're the mistress of the house, the jewel of the establishment. With your looks and your style, it's a guaranteed success. Marvelous. You'll sit like a queen in the office, putting the slaves to work with the flick of an electric switch. The guests will file past your throne and humbly set their tribute on the table. You wouldn't believe how people tremble when they're handed the bill. I'll sort the bills, and your sugar then will get the sweetest smile. Let's get away from here, at once, on the next train.
Oh, that is beautiful, John. But you must give me courage. Say that you love me.
I want to, but I can't. Not in this place. I love you, without a doubt. Do you doubt it, Miss Julie?
Say it. There are no barriers between us anymore. Say it.
And there's still barriers here. There's the past, the count. I only need to see the gloves of that chair to feel small. I only need to hear the bell ring from up there and a jump like a startled horse. And when I see his boots standing there so upright and true, my flesh creeps. I know he's superstitious and prejudiced, which I was taught from childhood, but which can be forgotten just as easily. Come to another country, to a republic, and they'll crawl in front of my porter's livery. I know you're supposed to crawl, but I won't. But I've got character. I'm of a better metal. I know I'm a servant now. I'll be a proprietor next year, and a gentleman in 10 years, and then I'll go to Romania and have myself decorated. And I could, and mark me carefully when I say can, end up a count.
Oh, lovely.
Well, Romania, you can buy a title. You'd be a countess too. You'd be my countess.
What do I care for that? That are living behind me now. Say that you love me. Otherwise, what am I otherwise?
Well, I'll tell you 1,000 times, it's not here. And above all, no emotions. We must act coolly, like sensible people. Come on. Sit down here. I'll sit down here. I will talk as if nothing had happened.
Haven't you any feelings?
Well, there's no one more feelings than me, but I can control myself.
You could kiss my shoe a moment ago, and now?
Well, I was then. Now we've got better things to think about.
Don't speak harshly to me, John.
No, but sensibly. We've been reckless once. Let's not be reckless again. The Count can be here any minute, and we must decide our destinies by then. Come on. What do you think about my plans for the future? Do you like them?
They seem reasonable. Just one question. Such a large enterprise requires a large amount of capital. Have you got it?
Yeah. Of course I have it. Got my vast experience, my knowledge of languages. That's good enough as a capital, I trust.
But you can't buy even a train ticket with it.
Well, that is of course true, but that's why I'm looking for a partner who can advance the funds.
And where will you find one so quickly?
Well, that should be you, if you are to be my companion.
I can't. I don't own anything myself.
Then everything collapses.
And?
Things stay as they are.
Do you think I can stay under this roof as your mistress? Do you think I can let people point the finger at me? Do you think I can look my father in the eye after this? You must take me away. Take me away from this humiliation and this honor. My God, what have I done? My God!
Oh, you're singing that song now? What have you done? The same as many others before you.
And now you despise me. And I'm falling.
Hold on to me and I'll lift you up again.
What terrible force drew me to you? The weak to the strong, the falling to the ascending, or was it love? Love that? Do you know what love is?
Me? I should say so. Do you think I've never done it before?
What language you use and what thoughts you think.
This is what I am. This is what I've learned. Don't be nervous now. Don't put on airs. We are in the same boat now. There, pull it go. I'll give you a glass of something special.
Where did you get that from?
The cellar.
My father's Burgoyne.
What? Isn't he suitable for the son-in-law?
And I'm drinking beer, me.
Well, that only shows that you have worse days than me.
Thief.
Are you going to tell?
Accomplice to a house thief. Have I been drunk? Have I been dreaming? Midsummer's Eve. Festival of innocent games.
Innocent.
Is there on earth someone more unhappy than I am now?
But why are you, after such a conquest? Think about Kristen in there. Don't you think she's got feelings too?
A labor is a labor!
And a whore is a whore!
And my rat's life! Save me from this pit of sinking into! Save me!
Oh, you know, I can't deny that I feel sorry for you. You know, when I saw you in the onion patch, and I watched you in the rose garden, well, and I had the same dirty thoughts no boys have.
You wanted to die for me.
Well, I know it's been. That was just talk.
Nice then.
Yes, more or less. You know, I read the story in the newspaper about the chimney sweep who laid himself down in the firewood bin with lilacs because he's been taken to court for maintenance.
I see. You're one of those.
Well, what else would I come up with? He always meant to woo women with fine words.
Wretch!
Merde.
So now you've seen the ox back.
What? Not the back exactly.
It was to be the hotel sign.
A mid-hotel.
Sit behind your counter, attract your customers and falsify your bills.
I would do that myself.
Can a human heart be so thoroughly dirty?
And clean it.
Lackey domestic, stand up! We're not speaking!
Domestic's mistress. Like case like you shut up your mouth and get out of here. You come here and complain and I'm cursed. None of my kind would have behaved as costly as you have this evening. Do you think any maid would have cost a man the way you do? Have you seen any girl from my class offer herself around? No, I've only seen it among animals and fallen women.
You're right. Hit me, trample me. I haven't deserved any better. I'm a wretch. And help me out of this if there's any way out at all.
You know, I won't disgrace myself by denying my part in the honor of seducing you. But do you really think that anyone in my position would have dared so much as to lift his eyes to you if you didn't invite it? I'm so surprised.
I'm proud.
Well, why not? Though I must confess that the conquest was too easy to have been much of a thrill.
Give me more.
No. Forgive me instead for what I just said. I don't usually hit defenseless people, at least of all a woman. But I can't deny that on one hand, it pleases me to see that it was just gilding the dazzle dust down here. It pleases me to have seen that the hook's back was grey too. Yes, it pleases me to see that it was powder on those soft, fine cheeks. And there could be dirt beneath those polished nails. My handkerchief was dirty, though I smelled of perfume. But it pains me, on the other hand, to see that whatever I strive for, it wasn't something more exalted or substantial. Yes, it pains me to see that you sunk so low, that you're far beneath your cook. Yes, it pains me. Yes, it pains me to see the autumn flowers bitten by the rain and turned to dirt.
You speak as if you were already above me.
Because I am. You see, I could make you a countess. You could never make me a count.
I am born of a count, and that you can never be.
That's true. But I could father noblemen.
Are you a thief? I'm not.
Well, a thief is not the worst. There are worse things to be. Besides, when I serve in a house, I tend to consider myself like a member of the family, like a child of the house. You don't call it a theft when a child pinches berries from the burgeoning bush. Miss Julie, you are a magnificent woman, altogether too good for someone like me. But you've been victim of intoxication, and you want to hide your mistake by imagining you're in love with me, but you're not. Unless possibly my exterior attracts you. But I could never be satisfied with just being an animal for you. And I could never awaken love in you.
Are you sure of that?
Oh, you mean that it's possible? Or that I can love you, there's no doubt. You're beautiful, you're refined. You're lovable when you want to be. Once you've lighted a man's flame, it will likely never be extinguished. You're like mulled wine with its strong spices. One kiss from you.
Leave me alone, you don't call me like that.
How then? Huh? Kiss you, sure?
How? Don't know how. I know the you the way I know the rest. But I can't escape from you.
Escape with me, then.
Escape? Yes. We shall escape. I'm too tired. Give me a glass of wine.
Don't drink anymore. You'll get drunk.
And what would that matter?
It's vulgar to get drunk. What were you going to say to me?
We shall escape. That is, Well, we'll talk first. I'll talk. Because only you have been talking so far. You told me your life. Now I'll tell you mine. So we'll truly know each other before we begin our travel together.
One moment. Forgive me. But think carefully, because you might regret it afterwards. You're telling me your secret's at a price.
Aren't you my friend?
Yes. Sometimes. But don't rely on me.
You're just saying that. Besides, my secrets are known to all. You see, my mother was of common extraction. Very simple people. She was brought up in the wisdom of the day about liberation for women, equality and all that. And she had a distinct aversion to marriage. When therefore my father proposed to her, she replied she would never be his wife, but he could be her lover. And then I came into the world, against my mother's will, as far as I can see. Then I was to be brought up by my mother as a child of nature, and into the burg and learned all that a boy would learn, so that I'd be an example of how women are as good as men. I had to wear boys' clothes and learn to look after horses, even though I was not allowed in the cowshed. I had to groom and saddle, go farming, learn hunting, even slaughter animals. That was horrible. And then there was a big fire, which you've heard talked about. The house, the stable, and the cowshed burned up. And under such strange circumstances that arson was suspected. For the accident happened the day after the insurance expired. And the next premium sent by my father was delayed, due to the messenger's carelessness. I never got there on time.
Don't drink anymore.
What would that matter? We were left penniless and had to sleep in the carriages. My father didn't know where he got the money from to rebuild the house. Mother gave him the idea of asking for a loan from a childhood friend of hers, a brick manufacturer nearby. Father borrowed the money, but didn't have to pay interest, which surprised him. And so the house was rebuilt. Do you know who burned the house down?
You good mother.
Do you know who the brick manufacturer was?
Your mother's lover.
Do you know whose the money was?
No, wait a minute. I don't know that.
It was my mother's.
Well, the counter is to say, if there wasn't any marriage settlement.
There was no settlement. My mother had a little capital. She didn't want to be under my father's control, so she lost it to her friend.
Who pinched it?
Quite right. He kept it. All these came to my father's knowledge. He couldn't go to court, couldn't pay his wife's lover, couldn't prove it was his wife's money. There were 5 terrible years for me, I can tell you. I loved my father, but I took my mother's side. From her I'd learned mistrust and hatred of men, because she hated men, as you've heard. And I swore to her never to become a slave to a man.
And that's why you got engaged to the county bailiff.
Exactly. He was to become my slave.
Yeah, I saw that in the stable yard.
What did you see?
What did I see? Well, how you broke off the engagement.
That's a lie. It was I who broke it off. Did he say it was him, the wretch?
I'm sure he was no wretch. Do you hate men, Miss Julie?
Yes, most of them. But sometimes in times
Do
of
you hate me
weakness, just
too?
fine. Immensely. I'd like you have you killed like a beast.
Well, the offender gets 2-year penal servitude and the animal is shot. Is that it?
That's right.
Well, unfortunately, there's no prosecutor's plate and no dog. What should we do then?
Escape?
And torture each other to death?
No. To enjoy ourselves. 2 days, 8 days. As long as we can enjoy ourselves and then die.
Die? How stupid. In that case, I would rather set up an hotel.
Yes, by Lake Como. Where the sun always shines, the lower trees go into bud at Christmas, and the oranges glisten, huh?
Well, Lake Como is a rainy hole, and I didn't see any oranges there other than in the grocery shop. But it's a good tourist spot, because there are many villas to hire out to loving couples. And it's a very profitable business. Do you know why? Because they make rental contract for 6 months, and then they leave after 3 weeks.
Why after 3 weeks?
Because they quarrel, of course. But the rent has to be paid in full all the same, so you can rent the place out again, so it goes time after time. For love. It's very powerful. But it doesn't last for long.
You don't want to die with me, then?
Well, I don't want to die at all, both because I enjoy living and because I consider a suicide to be a crime against the providence that has given us life.
Do you believe in God? You?
Of course I do, and I go to church every other Sunday. Now, I'm tired of all this, and I'm going to bed.
I see, and you think I'd settle for that? Do you know what a man holds a woman who has shamed?
It's inside of one of you and you anyway.
Do you know what the law states?
Well, unfortunately, the law doesn't specify any punishment for women who seduce men.
Do you see another way out of this other than we go away together, get married and separate?
And what if I don't join in this misalliance?
Misalliance?
Yes, you see, for me, I have a better lineage than you. I don't have any arsonists in my family.
How do you know?
Kind of to the contrary, since I don't have any family records, except for the police. But I read about your family tree in a book on a drawing room table. And do you know who your ancestor was? A miller who let the king slip into his wife during the Danish War. I don't have any ancestors like that. I don't have any at all, but I can get one myself.
This is what I get in return for opening my heart to one who's unworthy. For giving away my family's honor.
Dishonor, you mean? You see, I said it, you shouldn't drink. Drink makes you talk, and one should never talk.
How I regret it, but at least you love me.
For the last time, Miss Julie, what do you mean? Should I cry? Should I jump over the whip? Should I kiss you, lure away to Lake Como for 3 days, and then what should I do? This is beginning to become embarrassing. This is what happens when you stick your nose into women's affairs. I know that you're suffering, and I see that you're unhappy, but I can't understand you. We don't have any affectations. We love us again. When work comes this time, we don't have all day and all night like you do. You're ill. You're decidedly ill.
You must be kind to me, Jean. Talk to me like a human being.
Yes, but be a human being yourself. You spit on me. And you won't allow me to dry myself on you.
Just help me. Tell me what I should do, where I should go.
In Jesus' name. If I only knew myself.
I've been out of my mind. I've been mad. But does it mean there can be any salvation?
All right. Stay and be calm. Nobody knows anything.
Impossible. The servants know and Christine knows.
They don't know. They wouldn't believe the like.
But it could happen again.
Well, that's possible.
And the consequences?
consequences. Where have I been about not to think about that? Well, there's only one then. You go away. Far away from here, right now.
Alone? Where? I can't.
You must, before the cunt comes back. Because if you stay, you know what will happen. A mistake once made is willingly made again. So if the damage is already done, you get bolder and bolder until in the end you just stand exposed. So you just go, you bracelet it to the count and confess everything except that it was me. And I shouldn't think you'd be anxious to know anyway.
I'll go if you come to.
What, are you mad, woman? If Miss Julie runs off with the servant, it'll be in the paper the day after tomorrow, and the count will never survive that.
I can't go. I can't stay. I'm tired. I'm too tired. Order me, set me in motion. I can't think anymore. I can't touch.
You see what a useless creature you are. What do you preen yourself? What do you stick your nose in the air as your lords of creation? All right, I'll look to you. Come on. Come up. Get up to your room, get changed, provide yourself with travel money, and get back down.
Not with me.
Walk into your room. You mad woman. Now go!
Speak kinder to me, Jean.
Well, orders always sound unfriendly. Now you know what it means. Now you know. Go!
What have you been up to?
But Miss Julie dragged them all in here. You were so fast asleep. Couldn't hear anything.
I slept like a log.
Dressed up for the church already.
Yes. You promised to go to communion with me today.
So I did. What was the lesson today?
Well, I imagine it's about John the Baptist getting his throat cut.
It's gonna be so terribly long. Are you strangling me? I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy.
What have you been doing up all night? You're quite green in the face.
Being sitting there, speaking with Miss Julie.
She doesn't know how to behave, that girl.
Kristen,
Well,
strange, isn't it? When you think of it. Her.
what's so strange?
Everything.
Have you been drinking together too?
Yes.
For shame. Look into my eyes. Is it possible? Is it possible?
Yes, it is.
Never have believed it. No, for shame. For shame!
You're not jealous of her, are you?
Not of her, no! If it had been Clara or Sophie, I would have scratched your eyes out! Why, I don't know. That's the way it is. No, it's disgusting.
Are you angry with her?
No, with her. With you! That was bad of you, very bad! Poor girl! Now, do you know what? I don't want to stay in this house when we can no longer respect our masters.
Why should we respect them?
Yes, you tell me. You're so smart. But you don't want to serve people who behave indecently, do you? You bring disgrace on yourself. That's what I think.
It's a comfort for us, isn't it? To realize they're no better than us.
No! I don't agree, because if they're no better, then there's no point striving to better ourselves. Think of the Count, who has had so much sorrow in his life, Lord Jesus!
The Count.
I don't want to stay here any longer. With someone like you. If it had been that young bailiff, if it had been a better man...
What?
Yes, you're right in yourself, but there is a difference between folk and folk, after all. I never forget this. The young mistress was so proud, so haughty toward the menfolk. You never think she'd go out and give herself to such men. Yes, I don't mind saying it. I don't want to stay here. And on the 24th of October, I'm off.
Oh, and then what?
Well, since it's come up, isn't it about time you look for something, since we're going to get married?
What should I look for? I wouldn't get that position if I were married.
No, of course not. Then you can become a porter, or apply to be a caretaker at the government office. Civil service jobs don't pay well, but they are secure. The wife and children get a pension.
Well, that's all very nice, thank you very much. But I have no intention to go dying after my wife and children just yet. If you don't mind, I have somewhat grander plans.
Yes. Oh, you're grand plan. You've got responsibilities too. Think of them.
Don't irritate me talking about my responsibilities. I know very well what I have to do. I've got plenty of time to think about it anyway. So go get changed so we can go to church.
What's wandering about up there?
I don't know, unless it's Clara, do I?
It can't be the Count, can it? Come home without anyone hearing him.
No, I would have rang the bell. Come on, go, just go.
Well, God help us. I've never known the like.
Oh, just go.
I'm ready.
Shh. Kristen is awake.
Does she suspect anything?
She doesn't know a thing. But my God, what do you look like?
What do I look like?
I don't know, you're as pale as a corpse. Sorry, but your face is dirty.
Maybe it was then. There, give me a towel. sun's coming up.
Yeah.
Jean, listen. I've got money now. Come with me.
Enough?
Enough to start with. But I can't all alone today. Imagine. Midsummer day. In a stuffy tray. Packed in with lots of people staring at me. Standing still. At the stations. When you long just to get away. And then the memories. Childhood memories in the church. Hang about with leaves. Birch leaves and lilacs. Dinner at the big table. Relations, friends. Afternoons in the grounds. Dancing, music, flowers and games. You can run away. But memories follow in the luggage van. And regrets. And pangs of conscience.
All right, I'll come with you. But this very minute, before it's too late. And no luggages. That will give us away.
Nothing. Just what fits into the compartment.
What is it? What's in there?
It's only my greenfinch. I don't want to leave that behind.
Oh, I see. We're going to have a greenfinch with us. Put that cage down.
This is the only dreaming creature that likes me. The only thing I'm bringing from home. Don't be cruel. Let me take it with me.
Put that cage down and don't be so loud. Christine will hear us.
I don't want to leave that in strange hands. I'd rather you kill it.
All right. Give me the blight. I'll wring its neck.
Yes, but don't hurt it. Oh, my little Serene. Are you going to die and leave your mistress now?
Oh, Mike, can you see your life is at stake, your wealth? You should have learned to kill chickens instead of shooting with a revolver.
Kill me too! Kill me! You, who can kill an innocent animal without your hand even shaking! How I hate and despise you! There's blood between us now! I curse the moment I saw you. I curse the moment I was conceived in my mother's womb!
What's the point of all this cursing now? Just go!
No, I don't want to go yet. I want to see. Carriage stopped. Don't you think that I can look at blood? Do you think I'm so weak? I'd like to see your blood and your brain on a chocolate block. I'd like to see all of your sex living less than that. I think I could drink from the bottom of your skull. I'd like to bathe my feet in your ribcage. I'd like to eat your roasted heart. Shh! You think that I love you because the fruit of my womb gave you seed? You think that I want to bear your progeny beneath my heart and nourish with my blood? You better you're trying to take your name! Oh yes! What is your name? I've never heard your surname. You haven't got one. I should have invented. I'd be called Mrs. Gatehouse or Mrs. Townhead. You dog! Wearing my collar, you look at with my clothes on your buttons. I want to share you with my kitchen maid. Or be a rival to Miss Giffy. You think I'm a coward? I want to run away? No. I'm staying now. I let the storm break. It stopped. My father is coming home. He'll find his desk broken into. His money gone. He ring down. That bell, 2 rings for the lackey. He'll send for the police and I'll tell them everything. It would be so good to put an end to it. If only would end. And then he'd have a stroke and die. And we will be finished. And there would be peace, quiet, eternal rest. be smashed. I guess the coffin lit. The noble family is extinguished, and the Flanky dynasty continues in the orphanage, earning its laurels in the gutter and ending up in prison.
Bravo, Miss Julie. Bravo. Is it the royal blood that speaks now? Put the miller back in his sack now.
Listen, help me! Save me from this man! What kind of spectacle is this for a Sunday morning? Pigsty. What are they supposed to mean? And all the screaming row you're making. Listen, you're a woman, and you're my friend. Be aware of this wretch.
Well, while you lady discuss things, I'll be in my room and shave.
You must understand me. You must listen to me. No, I frankly don't understand this kind of loose behavior. Where are you going dressed up like that in your traveling clothes? And him standing there. Huh? You must listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want to now. You must listen to me. What's it all about? About some foolishness with Jean. Yes, well, you see, I don't care one bit about it because it's not my business. But if you're trying to fool him into doing a bank, then we'll soon put a stop to that. Listen, Christine, try to wake up now and listen to me. I can't stay here, Jean can't stay here, so we have to go. So you were thinking of running away?
Running away? That's putting it strongly.
No, you listen to me. Listen!
Now you listen to me. It might do you some good and talk a bit less. Whatever you despise your mistress for, you should despise yourself for.
I've always had sufficient self-respect
to be able to despise
to
others.
never go beneath myself. Try and say that the count's cook has gone with the groom or the pig feeder. Try and say that.
You lucky enough to have to deal with a decent man.
Oh, yes, a decent man who sells the count's wheat from the farm.
Who takes the percentage for the groceries and the backhander for the butcher.
What?
Hey! You should respect your masters. You.
Are you coming to church? You may need a good sermon after your exploits.
No, I'm not going to church. You go to church and confess your doings.
Yes, I will. I will come home with forgiveness. Forgiveness enough for both of us. The Savior has suffered and died on the cross for all our sins. And if we approach him with faith and a penitent heart, he will take our guilt upon him.
Yeah, including the groceries.
And where sin abounds, there shall mercy also abound. But God is no respecter of persons, but rather the last shall be first. And it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. That's the way it is, miss. Now I'm going. Alone. And incidentally, I remind the stable boy not to let any horses out, in case anyone intends to travel before the count should return home. Goodbye.
What a bitch! And all this because of a greenfinch.
Leave the bird alone. Do you see any end? Any way out?
No.
What would you do in my place?
Your place? I don't know.
Please?
Yes. But I wouldn't do it.
to do it. And my father couldn't either. My mother is having her revenge through me now. Whose fault is it? My father's? My mother's? My own? I've got nothing of my own. I haven't got a thought that I didn't get from my father. Not a passion that I didn't get from my mother. Whose fault is it? What do we care whose fault it is? It's still me. Who has to bear the blame? Bear the consequences.
The Count is back. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord, it's John. Very well, my lord. She'll start straight away. In half an hour. Very well.
What did he say?
He wants his boots and his coffee in half an hour.
I'm tired. I'm not capable of anything. Can't run away. Can't leave. Can't die. Help me. You know what I would want. What I don't want. He wanted it from me. He wanted me to do it.
I don't know. I can't understand you now. Since I've heard his voice. But I believe that if the Count came down here right now and ordered me to cut my throat, I'd do it on the spot.